expectations over there for you guys?
You know, coming into the season, we do have high expectations. And as a team, we know that. So we've been working hard in the weight room, on the field, and, you know, off the field, because that's what it takes. And, you know, we just got to stay as a family and do everything right and listen to our coaches. I think we'll have a great season.
Is it something you guys got to be careful you don't get too ahead of yourselves? Steve was in here talking about how everybody's going to be telling you.
Yeah, and we know that. You know, we know the goals ahead. We know what we got to do. And as a team, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stay focused and take it one game at a time.
Marcus, you look around the league, seems like a whole lot of running backs, good running backs. Some you were recruited with even.
Yeah.
Does that inspire you to have that much competition in the league to push even harder?
Definitely. You know, I looked up to Trent Richardson, you know, in high school. He was one of my favorite running backs. He's the reason I want to go to Alabama sometime. But other than that, you know, Michael Dyer, Niall Davis, you know, it's a lot of great backs around the SEC. And the competition, you know, just proves why we're the best conference.
Marcus, Coach Spurrier speaks so highly of you and Alshon. Do you feel like it's kind of the job of you two to carry this offense this year? I mean, can y'all reach those expectations if the two of you don't perform?
We can reach them anyway. You know, we got a great team. We got great players. And, you know, me and Alshon are going to be a big part of the offense. You know, also we got a great offensive line. You know, offensive line is going to carry us the whole way.
Marcus, how much do you need Steven Garcia? How much do you need Steven Garcia to be ready to go and be your quarterback?
Oh, he's going to be our quarterback. You know, we got all the confidence in the world, and you know, just can't wait to get out there and start practicing with him.
You talked about the backs in the league. How much do you maybe get a chance to watch them or prepare yourself for that?
I get to watch them most of the time every Saturday because, you know, we're playing at different times. You know, get to watch them in the hotel room or something. And, you know, I've seen Niall Davis live. I've seen Trent Richardson live. Two great backs. I've seen Michael Dyer live, another great back. And, you know, I love watching them. And, you know, it's the SEC.
Do you guys ever talk? Do you ever talk to any of those guys?
I talk to Michael Dyer briefly every now and then, but I really don't know the rest of them.
Are the running backs taking over this league? I mean, this used to be a passing league, and there's a lot of uncertainty at quarterback. Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of great running backs.
Seems like it. You know what I mean? It's cool with me if the running backs take over.
Marcus, how much do you embrace being in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy? Is that something that you embrace and you appreciate?
Definitely. You know, and I see walk by George Rogers' Heisman Trophy every day. You know, it's something I dream about. And, you know, just to bring another one to the University of South Carolina would be amazing.
Marcus, rushing 40 times a game last year, does that help you this year? What kind of wear and tear does that do to your body?
I mean, it didn't do too much wear and tear. You know, over time it will.
Did that motivate you in the weight room this year?
Definitely.
To get your body ready for this season?
Definitely. You know, the off-season workouts have been my legs. You know, that's been the main focus, squats, getting my core right and getting more flexible. You know, keeping away from injuries. I want that.
Have you guys talked about bringing that number down a little bit this year? Have you guys talked about reducing the carries a little bit this year?
We haven't really talked about it. You know, as much as they need me to carry it, that's how many times I'm going to carry the game.
What's this experience been like for you, just meeting all this and all the media?
Oh, it's been great. You know, this is my first time here, and, you know, it's something amazing. You know, just to see all the great players here and, you know, just to answer all these questions.
Marcus, when you talk about all these other running backs in this league, you think the styles between some of you guys, Trent Richardson and Mike Dyer, are kind of similar, and how would you compare your styles?
We're different in many ways, but we're similar in one way. We all run hard. You know, that's one thing that we all do, and, you know, proud to be an SEC running back.
Marcus, where do you as a player set your standard for what kind of a season you want 2011 to be? Like, is it a disappointment if you don't make it back to Atlanta or don't win the SEC title?
It's definitely a disappointment, you know, because we made it there last year. We want to win it this year. And, you know, just to do that, we got to stay as a family, stay close as a team.
Any individual goals for this year?
Get more yards than I had last year, get more touchdowns than I had last year. I want to win the Heisman.
Just having gotten a taste of it last year, for all you guys, does that give you even more impetus going into this season?
Yeah, definitely. It gives us more motivation. You know, we lost those 2 games. They really hurt. And, you know, that just gave us motivation going into East Carolina on September 3rd.
Mark, have you heard much about Isaiah Crowell, the freshman going to Georgia?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What do you know about him? And he's kind of in the same boat you were in last year in terms of a lot of expectations.
I've seen him play in high school. You know, I watched his highlights. He was the #1 back, and you know he's going to be great. You know, he's probably going to be the man at Georgia, starting that running back, and going to be good.
What advice would you give him to deal with, walking into a situation like that?
I would just tell him to be himself. If he continues to be himself, because he's been himself all through high school and he's been successful. You know, just keep doing what you're doing.
Did you feel a lot of pressure last year?
Nah, not really. I did at one time, but I just stayed myself and stayed grounded. I was fine.
One of the things you have in common, all the top running backs, you guys with Trent Richardson and now there's all those other guys, is yards after contact. How come you're so successful at yards after contact?
Just the way we run. You know, our pad level, we stay low. You know, we got good hips. We got great balance, and you know. All of those backs, they all do the same thing. Just stay low and run over people.
Talk about the depth behind you, some of those other guys on your team.
Oh yeah, definitely. We just had 2 freshmen come in. You know, they got great hips, and I think they're gonna be great ones. And, you know, Kenny Miles and Eric Baker. We got a lot of great backs. We got a lot of depth, and it's gonna be good. Can't wait.
Marcus, when you watch those other backs, you talk about wanting to see them work and maybe compare yourself. You're more trained to look at them than we are. What are you watching for when you're seeing Trent Richardson and these other guys on film?
I'm just looking, to see their pad leverage. See how low they are, see how they hold the ball. I try to critique myself of them sometimes. Just the little things they do, how